This is Minecraft. Welcome to the video tutorial series and this episode of mobs. This little guy here, glitched out as he is zombie. Like most zombies in all situations you've ever heard about, they pretty much say the same protocol. They see you, they chase you. Now, one thing you have to be aware of these initials, these zombies. If we're lucky enough, we'll see the two different types. This is a normal kind. Remember, they're pack hunters. They drop this. This is the rotten flesh I was talking to you about in the first episode. It's good as a decent fuel source if you can get around to it. If there's nothing else. Now, remember, they have an awareness block range of about 10 blocks. So if you're within about 10 blocks of them, they will see you and start chasing. Now, this here, spider, they have a 3-block, as you just saw, they have a 3-block jumping range. Plus, they can climb walls. Or climb blocks. Straight up. They do take fall damage, remember that, but they will climb blocks to get to you, and they do leap 3 blocks ahead in order to get at you. See that green wonderfulness there? That is a creeper. You want to be careful of these guys. Sprint, you need to sprint kill them. What I mean by sprint kill is you double tap forward and swing your sword. It creates a knockback feature. Because you keep doing this. Because if you let them get too close, boom! Explosion damage. That is a problem. You can't die from these things. Remember, they're quiet. They make no noise until they start to hiss. When they make that sizzling sound, they are... You have 3 exact seconds in order to be able to make it work. To get out. Because they will sneak up on you. Now these guys over here, as you just saw him see me, skeleton, deadly archer. These guys have unmatched accuracy. Now keep in mind, if you're going to attack these things, as of the latest version of Minecraft, they will shoot faster and faster. The closer you get to them in proximity, they will chase after you, and they are very deadly in their aim. But they have a very long delay. When blocked, they will search to get you. Notice the frequency. He drops bones and arrows. String and spider's eyes dropped by spiders, zombies, rotten flesh only. Fun tip for you. In earlier versions of beta Minecraft, actually zombies would drop feathers, which we found very fun. Tips for skeletons: do not, if they're in the water, do not chase them. The water slows you down to the point where trying to get at them is rather difficult with the speed at which they shoot. Now, for creepers or any other monster whatsoever, if you can cause your sword damage with fall damage, then you are in a good position. So, if you're getting in a position like this. Ooh, see? That creeper just came out of nowhere, right behind me. Which is why you always gotta keep a good view on your surroundings. That's a sprint kill. See? You sprint damage with kills. Creepers will drop gunpowder. Gunpowder has now 2 purposes in Minecraft. Fall damage combined with your sword is a very good way of getting rid of mobs. These little glowing balls, the only purposeful round things in Minecraft are your experience orbs you get for killing them. Experience is used to enchant weapons and tools to give them more power. Now, get back to the creepers. Gunpowder, which is dropped by creepers, is used in crafting TNT, as well as used in potion recipes to change a regular drinking potion to a potion that explodes upon usage. Very handy, especially if you're creating potions that damage. Remember, the more you go, the higher you go in levels of experience. Down there, the more experience it takes to get to the next level. So each additional level is harder to get because you need to kill more. You need to be able to grind more mobs in order to get to that level. Remember, sprint damage in association with your sword, because you hit him and then he falls and it's hit damage. And that's how you can use your sword less, as well as collect. Now, bones are very good. They have two purposes. Bones and this thing. You put in your crafting recipe, you get bone meal. Now, bone meal is used on many things, very many things. As is now coming to daylight, you will be. It is good to see this. Now, to understand, for your understanding, in the very last part of these dangerous mobs. You hear spires on the ground. The only mob known in Minecraft that is friendly during the day are spiders. They will actually ignore you during the day, which is a very good way to good thing to get around. So if you manage to find yourself in a desert, it's perfect because you don't have to worry about certain mobs. Because regular zombies and skeletons actually burn in daylight; they will die. So in order to stay alive, they go searching for shade of any kind. Underhangs, they will jump. If there's an underhang, they will go for it at any kind, at any point, any cliff whatsoever. They need shade. And creepers do not burn during the day either, so be careful of that. Like spiders, they do not burn, but that is also the way they get you, by staying alive. This here is a common problem in Minecraft. Having these little animals inside blocks getting spawned. Poor guys. I'll let you out. Go. Be free. There we go. I'm a nice guy. Sheep. Everywhere. One of Minecraft's most common of all mobs. You will find more and more as you go. Now, let's see, where are we going there? A good example right over here is if we backtrack just a little. Depth of the mobs. There's a lot of mobs in Minecraft, and there will soon be more. Ocean card. Now, in sugar, just so you know, sugarcane is only found near water. And will only grow on in proximity to a solid water block, or in some certain cases flowing water, but solid water is better. It is growing on dirt and also this sand. Now this guy over here, these little guys are squids. Their purpose is to, upon slaying them, they will drop a singular resource. Let us drop the level. Remember, now that you're in the water, notice right above your food you have you have your bubbles. Your airflow, you will drown if it's stuck in the water. Which is, be careful, because you don't want to drown at all whatsoever. They drop this. Ink sacs, which are used to dye wool, regular wool, into a different color. You can make combinations of your wool, of your color types in order to make other colors. Now, bone meal, its first primary source. Oh, perfect! In jungles only you will find these things. These are ocelots. They are cats in Minecraft. Cats are very important. Now, those things only react and are tamed by raw fish, which you can get by fishing. If you can get enough of raw fish, you will be able to tame these things. If you can keep one around, they're good, because as it stands now, creepers, which will sneak up and blow you up, only are afraid of cats. Now, if you can find one, and remember, they are skittish. If you go anywhere near them in blocks, they will run away. You have to get somewhat near it, and hold down the shift button, sneak with the fish in hand, and at a certain point, the cat will actually recognize your fish in your hand and slowly start walking toward you. When it starts to walk toward you, do not move. You can let go of shift and stand there until the cat gets close enough. And then when it's close enough, you slowly move your cursor to it's over the cat, and right-click with the fish in order to feed the fish to the cat. At a certain level, the cat will change into one of many colors of cats. There are Siamese cat, there's a black cat, there's an orange cat. And for those of you who do not know, actually, the black cat is actually the coloring for the black cat was taken from one of the actual pets of one of the designers in the Mojang team. These, I think, is rather nice to have them growing like this. Creates a nice atmospheric ability. As you can see, mobs and jungles are very prevalent. Now remember, when it comes to mobs, Minecraft depends on a kind of source code of determining how many mobs are allowed in a block by the actual presence of total mobs. So therefore, for example, the more normal, friendly animals you have will cut down on the amount of harmful mobs due to the limit of mobs per chunk, which was described in the first video. Remember that when it comes to to the presence of other mobs. Also, when it comes to the dangerous mobs, you want to keep in mind that their spawn rate is increased along the surface only if you limit the amount of dark caves in the chunk you are in. So if you want to be able to create a mob grinding machine, which is basically a building that is a dark building controlled by you, where mobs will spawn no matter what because of the darkness level, the lack of light in that particular area, then you will have to darken everything else around it in order to be able to. You have to light up all the areas, surface, and underground especially. Oh, you are so lucky. In Minecraft, you will find certain features of pre-built things. First time, as I mentioned in the first video, is the villages, which are inhabited by the villagers, or if you know your Minecraft history, the first known as testiculate. They look like Squidward if you know your SpongeBob. Yes, it's a funny looking creature we will eventually come across. Now, this biome here is a desert. As I mentioned before, these deserts, because of lack of everything, will spawn extremely high with enemies, more than any other biome whatsoever found. This particular build here is in-game and will be in deserts randomly. These are called temples, and they are found at random inside your desert only. If at some instance you come across a nice cobblestone and mossy cobblestone structure inside a jungle, it's another version of the temple, the jungle temple. This is the desert temple. Now, in order to access this, there are several ways. You could dig your way through here, which is one way. You can go through the top, or through the top layer, which is separated in this game by this hole in the ground. I'll explain that importance in a minute. But the safest way, if you don't go through the front entrance, which is located right down here, is through the wings. The two pillars are empty. But in order to get in through the front entrance, as this one is sunk into the ground, keep your weapons handy, as you'll need them. See, as you can see, you can access the wings, the two pillars, and go directly here. Now, this looks is pretty boring and empty, dull. But what you need to remember, right down the center, within this the square here, is a wonderful surprise. Ooh, can you see that? There are chests over there. In order to access these chests, you must be careful. Never go straight down for one very special reason, as I'll show you. Remember, dirt is your ally, it is your scaffold, you need it in this kind of situation. Now, we're going to have to be careful. Those growlings mean there's a cave nearby. But we should have no problems whatsoever. You have to be extremely careful when approaching these chests because of that. This here is a pressure plate. Now, as of the latest version of Minecraft, there are several versions of pressure plates. There is the wood pressure plate, which is used, which can be activated when placing any kind of item on it or by stepping on it. This is the stone pressure plate. It is activated by mobs only. So you or other mobs, whether it be friendly or harmful, will actually activate it by stepping on it. You do not want to step on this. This here is a trap. For those of you who have just found these, normally be careful of these, because take your stone pickaxe and break them for this reason here. TNT. Dangerous explosives. This stuff blows up like a creeper. Very dangerous. You do not want to activate this. You will blow up and everything you have will be lost. But if you can get down safely... Oh, diamonds. Gorgeous, beautiful diamonds. Now, we could just get rid of these blocks. You will find many things in these chests. Sometimes rare, sometimes not so rare, sometimes normal like bones and rotten flesh. And these, especially in these kind of temples, you will find these enchanted books. Mostly you'll find these resources like these, rare diamonds, and sometimes rare books. Now, enchanted books are only found in kind of traps or dungeons. They're the actual mob dungeons. You'll find them. They're a little more prevalent in that, but in these temples you will find more as you would remains of whatever there was here. So, say, I don't know, ancient race some people died here or buried here with the treasure. If you need an instance why the bones and the rotten flesh are there. Now, return to surface, be careful, because you don't know what might be up here. Mind your hole when you exit, and you've just successfully found and taken care of that. Now notice here, I have this set on easy mode just so you don't get too overwhelmed. There's very few here, very few people in this area, which is okay. But let's escape the zombie, and I will increase the level of difficulty here to hard. You need to be able to increase the proximity of other mobs, so as you can find some of the other wonderful things in Minecraft. There is a third mob, a third dangerous mob, way worse than creepers, that you need to be aware of. They are the most dangerous of all types, and when I find one, you will actually see what I mean. Now, remember, these blocks here are important because they are the essentials for creating glass. You smelt them. You put them in a furnace and you smelt them. Ah, perfect. This here is not just a regular zombie. Zombies. Another feature of zombies is that they carry tools, but this particular mob here... Oop. I'm going to turn to easy so you can not get murdered here. They got the tall head, it looks like Squidward, is a zombie testiculate. Zombie testiculus can be cured with golden apples, and if you can get them to normal, they can be used for their wonderful necessity and the trading option. Now, be aware that if you're going to create any kind of defense for your house, these cactus here are very important. All mobs, everything that lives in Minecraft and moves about, can be damaged on these cactus. Be aware that if you were to use cactus, they do every single solitary block, horizontally or vertically from their position. Get out. Oh, perfect. I will show you this wonderful addition. If you can push a zombie, a creeper into water, the water will absorb the damage and will not cause personal harm. Now, if you want to place a system of these cactus as a defense system for your house, be aware that they do not anything horizontally or vertically next to them, as this demonstration shows, they will not grow because of that. They will be destroyed. But if you take your cactus, yes, Mr. Zombie, very aggressive, persistent. This is normal Minecraft. I'm playing, so you see. Blocks diagonal from each other on cactus continue to grow normally and create a nice barrier, and you get hurt because of the spikes. Keep aware of that, and this is a very handy resource, and they do grow up to 4 blocks tall. And remember, when considering a house, light, ambient light is also a good thing. Now, be aware, notice the proximity of all these monsters, more than a regular area. Be very, very careful. Minecraft is fraught with floating blocks. That there, I will get you a nice, beautiful look at this terror. That glowing orange thing is lava. As in actual lava, as in the kind from volcanoes. It is spawned regularly throughout Minecraft, but mostly through the lower levels. In the lower levels below ground. They will burn everything to death. They destroy any block placed in them, as I will demonstrate here. Be careful, do not go in them. Chuck it in there, it burns up. See, right there, you saw the spider took damage because it ran into the cactus. As I said, keep swords on you. They go pretty quickly around Minecraft, these mobs. Remember that they will be destroyed upon usage. Everything burns. Bad mobs, good mobs, everything burns. Now here is your next biome. In perfect transition. These are swamp biomes. You will likely find the most prevalent mushroom, the brown one, in these, but also you'll find an increased spawn rate of the red ones. These here, lily pads, only are found in swamp biomes. Notice the color, light blue, dark blue, because it's a swamp. You can stand on these. They will float above the water. Nothing will go under the water because this is a solid block on top of the surface. Now, bone meal, if you want to use bone meal to grow things. On regular ground causes grass and even chances of flowers growing. But if you were to say, cut down this tree. You need to cut down this tree to demonstrate one of the interesting options of bone meal. Mushrooms can be grown. Understand, mushrooms, like any grown resource, require have a definite proximity and size, and will not grow if there is something to encumber their growth or their full potential and size. Understand, the two different types of mushrooms grow in two different shapes. The rarest of all Minecraft biomes is the mushroom biome, where the ground literally is not grass, it's purple mycelium. In order to be able to, in this game of Minecraft, mushrooms only can be placed on top of mycelium. They will not grow or can be placed anywhere else. Now, I'm going to show you in a second what this does. This here is called towering or pillaring. It is a safe way to get away from anything bad at night because mobs cannot climb. Spiders can climb, but at about a level of, I have found, level of 10, they give up. They don't like pursuing anything to the point of personal death. They can be persistent, but not really. Now, with you take your bone meal, right-click these things. Boom. You have your full-size, full-scale mushroom. These are the biggest of all kinds. They are large. Remember, they will grow on dirt only, and if they have room around them to grow, you break these blocks, they drop other mushrooms. So a renewable resource for anyone who likes mushrooms who has found my cell biome. But understand, they create shade. Shade that is dangerous. Now, in these areas, these swamp biomes, there's a higher rate of other pleasant mobs growing in these things. You will find a good amount of cows also, and pigs in these biomes. Chickens are lessened in these biomes, but because of the biome types regulating the growth rate and the spawn rate of certain of mobs. But in these particular instances, you will be able to find more less chickens and more cows. This is Minecraft. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, show me you like that you've been watching. Comment and say something to me. I read all my comments. And definitely hit that subscribe button and join the pack. Thank you for watching.